What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Flip with Final Take Gaming, back with another video for y'all. And today we're talking about Kawhi Leonard's injury. Yes, if you guys haven't heard, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard by now that Kawhi Leonard had a slight tear in his ACL. Not completely torn, but they're saying it's a slight tear. But as of now, he has recently had surgery and it was successful. But that brings up the question, how is this going to go about with his future with the Clippers? Now, we know Kawhi to be injury prone to a certain extent throughout his career, right? Within San Antonio, he was load managed in Toronto, and when he came to the Clippers, again, injuries. But side note, with Toronto, he wasn't that injury prone, or he didn't have injuries like that. But with Kawhi having all these injuries, he really invests time, from what we've known, because Kawhi doesn't really talk much. So from what we've learned and understand, that he really takes onus of his body, just like everybody else should, right? That's playing a professional sport. But he has a really he really focuses on the medical staff. Like, if they don't treat him well, if they misdiagnose him, then he's out. Just like he acts out for the Spurs because they misdiagnosed his injuries and it wasn't as severe as it was. So that he started having problems and having a disdain for the Spurs organization. Now there's rumblings that Kawhi is having that same discomfort, that same trust issues he had with the Spurs organization now with the Clippers. He has his own doctors, his own personal trainers, physical therapists, and things like that. So he compares them allegedly with that of the current team that he's with. Now, if the current team that he's with, which happens to be the Clippers, has a different diagnosis of an injury than his own medical staff, then he starts to lose trust. And prime example, the Spurs organization, right? And he wanted out. So with that disdain and distrust with an organization, and we're starting to hear rumblings about that now with the current team, the Clippers, that will lead us to believe, kind of like he did with the Spurs, he may want out. But would that really be beneficial for Kawhi? What does he want to do? Now, there has been rumors of him going to several teams that are interested in him, like the Boston Celtics are one team that are very, very interested in Kawhi. So with him, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, that might make a nice big three right there. But if he leaves, he will be leaving money on the table. But that's just one of the teams that are interested in Kawhi. I mean, who wouldn't be interested in him? Another team that's rumored to be interested in Kawhi is the Lakers. The initial big three that I was supposed to have before Kawhi at the last minute decided, you know what, I'm going to skeet skirt and revert things and go to the Clippers. Will he end up going to the Lakers? How would that feel? How would people react? I'd be a dope big three. But then again, LeBron and AD would have to wait a whole year, maybe a year and a half with Kawhi just to get back at it. Can they hold down the fort while he recovers? Now, another team that's in the mix with them as well is the Philadelphia 76ers. We all know they want to get rid of Ben Simmons and have something for Joel Embiid to help him with his longevity, because he's injury prone as well too. So with Kawhi going to the Philadelphia 76ers, again, great organization. They have a great big man. They got shooters, and they can have like a Shaq and Penny type of situation going on there. But again, they would have to wait maybe a year and a half with Kawhi. We know he likes to take his time with his rest, and load management. So that's another team that's been rumored. How about the big three of Miami? It would be Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, and Bam Adebayo. Now, that will be a great tandem in the East, and that definitely will get them to the Eastern Conference Finals minimum. That will minimum get to the Eastern Conference Finals. But again, all this depends on a year and a half, maybe, of recovery time for Kawhi. And not to mention all the medical staff of those teams. Will they be able to tell him the truth and give him a real diagnosis? Or will he stay put? Will he stay with the LA Clippers and make sure that he rides it out and this team can pay him the most money? Like right now, if Kawhi wanted to stay with the Clippers, he can actually make $176 million this year by signing a 4-year extension. Or he can go to the previous teams we talked about, like the Celtics, the Lakers, the Heat. Even the Mavs have been talked about, rumored to want Kawhi. But again, who wouldn't want Kawhi Leonard, right? So he can make $169 million with a 4-year deal. Or he could pull a LeBron James and KD route and sign a 1-1. And when you sign that 1-1, that sets him up for the Supermax, because the Clippers technically don't have his bird rights right now, but after a year, one more year with them, they will have his bird rights, and they can offer this man. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this number? $271 million of them things, y'all. $271 million they can offer Kawhi Leonard. That is crazy. Now, will he leave all that money on the table to go somewhere else? Who knows? The one thing about Kawhi Leonard in the league, he is a mystery, you guys. We never know what Kawhi Leonard's thinking, you know. So that's just the anticipation. We have to wait and see what would happen with this whole saga that's going on, because it's having remnants again of the Spurs organization when Kawhi decided to bounce. We shall see, because this offseason finna be absolutely crazy. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, let us know in the comments below. Is he going to stay in LA? Is he going to move somewhere else? And if it's any of the teams that I mentioned you think he's going to move to, or do you think he's going to move to a random team that we don't even think about? Would he go back to the Raptors, to Canada? I don't know. We'll find out this summer, y'all. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And while you're at it, share with whomever you love to share with. And subscribe to Final Take Gaming, because we make videos weekly, y'all. We appreciate all the support that you guys are providing for us. So, until we see each other again, always remember to smile, laugh, and stay positive, y'all. It's been your boy Flip. Peace.